Hello, this is Steve Thoele, Principal Broker with Premier Property Group, and bringing you another weekly update on the Newberg Oregon real estate market. This update will cover the last 6 weeks of market activity, ending this past Sunday, June 19th. So hope you all had a great Father's Day yesterday. So I'm going to share my screen with you now and go through the info with you. So starting off with active listings, like I always do, last week in Newberg, I show we had 9 new properties come on the market in Newberg, which you kind of see is down from a little bit from the prior couple weeks here, kind of towards the low end of the 6 weeks here. Ended the week at 43 homes on the market in total, which is down just a little bit from the prior couple weeks here. Median price and the days on market for those active listings, you can kind of see we were kind of plateaued here for 3 weeks at 625. This last week dipped down to 600 on average for the active listings. And you can kind of see the days on market certainly kind of been rising here over this past 4 or 5 weeks now, which is kind of a reflection of, things are not selling quite as quickly as they were here over the, prior few months. So, starting to see a little more market time on the properties that are on the market. Moving along to the pending listings. So I show in Newberg last week, we had 7 new properties go pending, which relatively slow here as you look over the past 6 weeks. It's kind of a low for the 6-week period. And as of the end of the week, we had a total of 75 homes in pending status, which you can kind of see is kind of a step down from where it has been, in the 80s over the prior 5 weeks. So kind of another reflection of, kind of a slowing market environment in Newberg. Median price and the days on market for the pendings, you can kind of see we had a low of 475 here about 3 weeks back. Popped back up over the past few weeks at this last week came in at 490, which was just a little higher than the week prior. And then the days on market has been, pretty steady, between 5 and 6 days. Last couple of weeks, it's been at 6. So, things still on average getting into contract, within about a week's time in Newberg. And then lastly, we'll look at the sold listing activity. So as of the time I put this together, I showed we had 20 homes actually closed last week in Newberg, which was a lot, at least relatively speaking here compared to the other prior 5 weeks here. I kind of looked, about 5 or 6 of those were new construction homes that kind of all closed last week, which, raised things a little bit. But when you look back over the 4 weeks of activity here, we had a total of 48 closings over the prior month or the last 4 weeks, which is a high for the period here. And the median price and the days on market info for those solds, you can kind of see that had a low of 505, a high of 550. This last week came in at 538, which was up about 18,000 from the week prior. And then the days on market, you can kind of see that's actually been kind of going down over the past couple of weeks, which is kind of interesting. It was at 6. So last week came in at 4. So, the things that went pending here, 4 to 6 weeks ago, they all went pretty quickly. And then finally, we'll look at the weeks of inventory and the sale price as a percent of the original list price. So the red bars is weeks of inventory, and you can kind of see we had a high here of about 5 weeks back at just under 6 weeks of inventory. And this last week, it dropped below 4 weeks. So it came in about 3.5 weeks, kind of as a function of the, the higher closings that I just told you about here. This last week kind of drove that number down. And then the sale price as a percent of the original list price, that came in at just under 102.9. So just about, a 3% premium above list price on average is kind of where things are selling for. So although the market is slowing down from where it was, interest rates are certainly having an effect. Higher interest rates, I should say, are having an effect on the market. But still with less than 4 weeks of inventory in Newberg, it's I'd still very much classify that as kind of a seller's market environment. And prices are still, at least as of this point, kind of still coming in above the asking price on average As we move through summer, I would expect, the inventory to kind of continue to rise here a little bit, and this sale price as a percent of the list price, I would expect that to kind of come down as the market kind of continues to cool down from where it has been over the prior few months here. So I hope that weekly update has been helpful and informative for you. I certainly would welcome the opportunity to become your trusted realtor and help you move through life. So just give me a call at 503-680-2065, and I would be happy to answer any questions that you have about the market and see what I could do to be of any further help. So thank you for watching, and you have a great day.